Okay, so what's your name
My name is Leilani Maldonado.
and how old are you?
I'm 17.
What's your approach to life?
One step at a time. I feel like everyone's in a rush to grow up and like driver's permits, getting a job. It's also scary. So I'm just gonna I'm not gonna budge until like the earth forces me to go.
What do you hope to never lose as an adult?
Ever lose to never lose. I hope I never lose like my morals, like being kind and genuine. Like I don't ever wanna be that person that someone can't reach out to for a talk. Like I just always want to be like arms open. But yeah, that's it I think.
What's the best thing about life?
Food.
Food?
I keep talking about food. I think honestly, food and people. I think I'll put my big bag aside. I'll say people because like there's so many different faces, and I think besides the beauty standard, like everything's just so beautiful. Like you see a person and you see like a facial feature that they have that nobody else does, and I feel like people are just so beautiful. Everybody. That's something I think.
That's my favorite thing about meeting new people, like
Seeing their face. Yeah. I don't know. You're just taking it in. It's so amazing. Oh my gosh. Wait. I had the best idea. Wait. Oh, I can get the broom. Okay. This is gonna be my mustache.
Why are you the way you are now?
My mom. My mom, she grew me up with like, it's okay to get dirty and like it's okay to do stuff and it's okay to be creative. So like if I left the house looking messy, she's like, "You look so cute," and I'm like, "Oh, I feel so like loved." That's like how I am now. Like I get to be this person because my mom never like really made me feel bad about who I was. Yeah, I know. I love my mom.
Something you take for granted?
My grandma. Yeah, I feel like when I was like 12, she passed away. But I have like so long. Like I shouldn't try to learn Spanish because I have such a long time to talk to her. But then like she passed away, and I'm like, dang, dude, I had like no conversation with her, and I felt like I should have tried harder to learn Spanish. But then years later, I took classes. But I'm like, now what? I'm gonna use it for nothing. But I take that for granted. Like I took her for granted. I should have used the time that I had with her. But it's okay. A lesson I think I'll be learning for the rest of my life. Maybe that like money runs the world. Like unfortunately, like if I want something in life, I'm gonna have to work hard for it and get money because like the economy nowadays. But yeah, I think that's what I'm learning. Like I literally went somewhere the other day and I was like, this is so cute. And I was like, I can hand make it, but it's so cute because it's already made. And it was like so overpriced. And I'm like, oh, I was so disappointed. But yeah, that's what I'm learning now, that like nothing's cheap, which is sad, but it's okay. If you can like go back to tell someone you're sorry, would you do it?
That's a good question.
I feel like people say like they change now, but would you admit that you're wrong? That's a tough one.
Yeah, pride is something that's actually what I'm learning right now. Trying to swallow your pride.
Yeah. See, that's why. Can you do it? Do you think you can do it? I don't think. Actually, I think I can. I think I could confess to being like wrong now, not in the past though, but now, yeah.
What's your answer to that question?
Yes, I would be able to. If I could go back to apologize to some people, I definitely would. But I tried now, believe me, I tried. But I don't think it's the same as, admitting right off the bat, like, I'm sorry. It's not until later when you realize that you were in the wrong. But, yeah.
That's the end of it. Thank you.
Oh, yeah. Bye. I think this would be a great time to mention that I don't like heights. So any kind of height, it's kind of scary. You want to lay down on the grass? My name's Lyniel.
How old are you?
I am 19, and I just turned 19 last month.
Woo!
Ah, my crown!
Oh no. What's the biggest lesson you learned?
I think I have a lot. The biggest one might be... There's one that I'm, healing or learning from right now that I'm still, working on, but there's one where you can ask for help. With help, I remember when I was younger, I was just struggling a lot. Because, I was kind of trying to figure out things on my own, and, in a new country, I was, figuring out things. And, I had my grandparents and my dad to guide me while my mom was in the Philippines. She was also guiding me somewhat, but it's not the same as, if she was here, But, it just, don't be afraid to ask for help, because, it was really tough for me, and there were so many things that I had to learn on my own when I didn't have to. And, now, with the lovely director, I ask her, I talk to her all the time, talk to you all the time, and, if I'm struggling with something, it doesn't matter whether it's academically, or just, overall emotionally, I just reach out to some trusted people, which took a long time to find. I found that, I also found that trust is such a delicate thing to have. Someone, you could give it to someone, and they could immediately just drop it, and it's broken. Quick. And it's so hard to fix. But, luckily, the lovely director has never broken my trust, and I know she will not. So I trust her with my life, literally. And I have found that small group of friends, or group of people, of support system that I have, that I can reach out to. And I know younger me would be really happy to know that someone is also carrying, or not even carrying, but helping me carry the weight that I don't have to carry on my own, if that makes sense. So yeah, that's that.
Go.
What do you want me to do?
Just keep going.
Oh, keep walking?
Yeah.
What are you doing? Where are you? Oh, there you are. Wait. Hold on. I'll put this back on. How many more scenes do you need? What the heck are you? You're still filming? Oh, wow.
Okay, I am now.
That's it.
Yeah.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Oh, sick? Oh, this is cool. Crown of childhood. I wish I could be back in my childhood. My name? I'm Jacob Lopez.
How old are you?
I'm 19.
Who the hell are you?
Who the hell am I? Ooh, that's a great question. I am a Citrus College student who's pursuing theater and film, and I work at a pizza place for now, and I'm going to start working at a Starbucks for now.
Okay, is that it?
Yes,
Okay.
for now. It's so official. Dude, the Trader Joe's ones, these are amazing. Like, okay, so story how I was born, just like what do you mean? Like, just how it went down?
Whatever that means
Okay.
to you, yeah.
So, I remember being told when I was born, I was born in Monrovia, next to the Santa Anita, like, racetrack, and my dad really he used to work there, and he really liked, like, going to the horse races, and, like, betting on stuff. And I remember a horse he really liked was racing, and he was gonna go see it, but I was being born at the exact same time, so he couldn't. And that horse won too. So I'm responsible for my dad not being rich. And he would have won like $80, so it doesn't even matter. But and yeah, that's all I know about that. I know. Oh man, this is the best thing I've ever had. It's crazy. Oh, I'm gonna grab the pizza. Be right back. Oh damn, we gotta come here again. This is amazing. What? This is amazing.
Yeah, really?
Ooh, probably, I would just say, so when I went to high school, when I was in high school, I had to leave and go to like another school, mid-summer school, and I lost all my credits, so I had to regain them back on my own. And then I went to another school the first semester of senior year. Then I came back to second semester and I was way ahead. So I guess that right there like showed me like I got ahead of like school, and I could have graduated early, but I chose to stay and not do that because I want to graduate with my friends. And my mom also worked at the school I went to, so I graduated while she was there and stuff, and it was really cool. So, and that just, I don't know, that just influenced me to do the stuff I'm doing now and everything, and just, do good in school pretty much, and not do that again, and drop out, Something I never thought I'd be able to do as a kid?
Yeah.
I guess where I am now, because, like, I always knew, like, oh, eventually I'll be able to drive and do this, but, I never, just how my family was and all that, it didn't seem like I would have a lot of that freedom and everything. Not that they like restrained me from a lot of stuff, but it just because everything was simpler. So you don't think of how hard things can be way in the future when you're little. So yeah, I guess, I don't know, I just never thought I could do all the responsible stuff like what my parents do and all that, and like have a job, because I thought it'd be really hard, which it is, but I'm doing it. So yeah.
Okay, do you want to eat your pizza?
Oh yes.
The greatest lesson you learned?
Greatest lesson? I guess how to be myself and independent, because I would rely on my mom a lot in the past. And even when I wanted to start breaking away, she's just one of those moms that like tries to do everything for you, which is good, but at the same time it's not super good because I was so dependent on that. And once I started doing like college and all that, I started doing things on my own. And now that she lives really far, I'm even more so just on my own, and like I'm still learning now how to do things by myself, because it's okay to get help, but I still get help from people, and eventually I want to learn how to like do everything on my own, you know? Yeah. My favorite thing in the world, I think I'm still figuring that out. Yeah. I don't know what my favorite thing in the world is. I don't know a lot of things, honestly. I don't know. If I had to answer right now, I'll just go with pizza. Pizza's amazing. Pizza's really good. It's my favorite thing ever. Yeah. It's a good placeholder for once I find out what I love in life, you know? Yeah.
Do you have any questions for the audience?
Who are you? Who the hell are you? That's my question. Yeah. What rules my world? I think what runs my life, I'll rephrase it like that, is, well, I guess for everybody, responsibility, you know? I always, responsibility, yeah, I always have places to be. I always have things to do every day. Even when I'm doing nothing, there's always something to do. And it's pretty much just like doing things, figuring out what to do. Because sometimes I'll have a day where I don't know what I'm doing that day, but I'm like, oh, I need to find something. And yeah, that's what runs my life. Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
Awesome. Cool.
Thank you
Great
so much
question.
for doing
Of
this.
course, yeah.
Okay, go.
Wait, what do I do? This?
Yeah.
Okay.
Screaming at her husband or trying to seduce him. She is like the greatest female character I think that Shakespeare has ever written.
Yeah.
Are we rolling?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
My name is Frank Ramirez.
And how old are you?
I am 38
38?
years old.
What's something you've come to appreciate now?
Time. When you're young, it feels like I'm so old. But when you're younger, it feels like time just stretches on and on and on. But the older that you get, and you start to lose people or you start to lose opportunity, people say all the time, maybe in the next lifetime, right? But then there's the realization that what if there is no another lifetime? What if time really is entirely finite? And even if there is another lifetime, you won't remember this one. So making the most of the time that you have in any given moment. My realization for that really came, we did here at Citrus, we did our town, and it was right after the pandemic when they were just barely letting us open up. So we did it outside. And I had heard this monologue a million times. Emily Webb, after she's passed away, she's walking through a cemetery, and she says, it goes so fast. And coming out of the pandemic when so many people had lost loved ones, but beyond the losing of loved ones, the time that was lost. Having taught at university right after we opened up, the time that was lost for those high school students going into college, the experience that they could have gained in the arts while they were in high school, had they been in person. All of these things, it was time lost. And like Emily Webb says, it goes so fast. Before you know it, it's gone. So one thing that I think most people don't think to appreciate is time. It's very, very, very precious. I'm just asking questions. What are we going to say first?
What are you struggling with right now or used to?
The same thing that I think almost all artists struggle with. Imposter syndrome. Am I good enough? It's easy for me to say, like, well, believe in yourself, and that's always the goal. But there's always moments of, am I right for this? Am I actually good at this? Am I qualified for this? And so I'm at a very different place in my life because right before the pandemic, I decided to blow up my life. I was a business manager, and I said, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm going back to what I love, and I'm going back to the arts. And I went and I got my master's. And as soon as I was accepted into the master's program, everything shut down. As soon as I graduated with my master's, everyone went on strike. And so now I'm trying to create a life anew in the middle of all of this strife. And the question remains, like, am I good enough to teach students? Am I qualified enough to teach budding artists? Am I going to inspire them enough so that they leave my classroom going, yeah, I think there's value in this, and that this is something that I want to continue to do. So that's where my struggle is right now.
Well, because I was told that he wrote Titus Andronicus because he wanted
Something that I've been chasing after or used to. This kind of goes back to the idea of living in the moment. I'm just as guilty as anyone else, right? You're always chasing after the next thing. When I decided I wasn't going to do the arts anymore and I wanted to go into business management, I said, I just want to be an assistant store manager at Starbucks. It's a good career, all the benefits I can need, that's it. And then I got there. Well, now what? No, I think I want to be a store manager. And then I got there. Well, now what? Well, I think I want to be a district manager. And I never got there. And so it feels, there's this innate feeling of under-fulfillment because I put the focus on a thing rather than on the journey itself. And so I think a lot of folks, including myself, we find something to latch onto. What's the next thing? What's the next thing? Rather than focusing on the journey. And so what I'm chasing after is having to remind myself to focus on the journey and the process rather than the end product. That's what I'm still striving to wrap my brain around. No, but how does she know how tender 'tis to love the babe that milks her?
What's something that keeps you inspired?
Oh, I'm gonna cry. My students.
Students?
Right after the pandemic, I was still in grad school, but I had to teach lower divisional courses. I didn't have to, but I chose to. And so I taught Acting 1, and I taught Intro to Theater, and I taught another upper divisional acting studio class. And I walked away from those 3 classes going, I don't think teaching is something I want to do. It doesn't fulfill me. The students didn't seem interested. It was like pulling teeth to get kids to work. They were majors. They were acting majors who didn't want to get up and out. I thought, this isn't for me. I'm just going to stick to my plan and just pursue acting, and that's that. And then Sherry Brown, the director of the Citrus College Theater Department, asked me to direct a play here. And I told her I would, mostly because it was a resume builder. So I said, yeah, I'll do it. And all at once, in this space, with those students, did I come alive again, creatively and artistically. They inspired me, and I was excited to come to work. It was the first time I'd been excited to come to work in a really long time. Even in this class that I'm teaching, that's we're only in our second week, I feel so inspired by my students. I find great fulfillment in what I've been doing. I could do this forever. If you told me, protagonist, 2 choices, acting career, teacher. I could be a teacher. If I had to choose, I could be a teacher. And it's not about the money or the security. It's about watching students, young artists, learn and grow and have fun and take chances and do all the things that I wished I would have done when they were my age. Had they had someone, maybe, that could inspire them in the same way that they inspire me. She saved his ass.
No, Haley's so good.
She saved his ass. No. Anyway, you guys are free. Tuesday, regular time. John's stuff is on Thursday.
What?
If you need help with monologues and prep, let me know. Email me.
Hold on, I'm trying to work.
Thank you for doing the interview, and thank These are all like hard questions. I don't know how you answer them on the spot, but yeah.
I'm old.
That's true. Yeah.
Yay! I got my own. This is so beautiful. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Put the colors that I want. I love it. I love it.
You set?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what's your name?
Hi, my name is Stephanie Serrano.
And how old are you?
I am 40 years old.
40 years old?
Yes.
Tell me who you are.
I am an artist. I am a being of light. I am a mother. I think that's a good, beautiful.
Oh, should we record one with Donnie?
Yes, Dawn.
How was it growing up?
It was interesting. I didn't have a normal childhood. I grew up in LA County foster care, which is it's a different than normal, but a lot of people have that experience. So to me, it's pretty normal. There is good and bad. It was difficult, but I was able to find a lot of beautiful things in that journey and meet beautiful people and take good things to help me on my journey.
What were like the beautiful things that were on your journey, that you saw on your journey?
Some of the beautiful things I saw is like I started learning about like the world because I wasn't really sheltered a lot, so I was kind of pushed into the world, and there was difficult things, yeah, but I also saw beautiful things like people that would protect me even though I was not their kid or their family member, and they would look out for me and make sure I was safe. Or I would see beautiful things like animals that were abandoned, like stray dogs, but how they would take care of each other and how they would play. And even though they were abandoned and, you know, they didn't care, like they would still play and be joyful. And I thought that was really beautiful. I would see like plants that would grow in places that nobody really took care of the plants, but they would like blossom and have just beautiful flowers. And so, you know, those are some of the beautiful things. I saw a lot of different sunsets and like nature. I feel like I observed nature a lot. And then I saw a lot of beautiful things from people that like in the midst of things that maybe were not safe, there was always people around me to like put light onto me and to I met a lot of beautiful people. I think that's what it comes down to.
Oh my god.
I would say people inspire me. Like, so children inspire me like the most to do what I do every day. But then people like yourself inspire me because there's people like of all ages that are in their journey, and it's just so beautiful to see how everybody is navigating their journeys and then connecting one another. It's really nice. That inspires me. And then elders inspire me a lot, like people on the bus, like senior citizens and disabled folks on the bus really inspire me because they're not letting anything get in the way of like their day. They're gonna take the bus, even if they're elders, even if they have a disability, they're gonna enjoy the day. And I feel like that is a example of living life. Like no matter what your daily barriers, you're still gonna push through that. And so elders and specifically folks on the bus that are disabled and seniors, it really inspires me.
That's my favorite one, by the way.
It's my favorite one too.
Yeah. Can't believe it's like in the 6th grade only.
It's all by local, beautiful students.
Awesome. Whoa. And what's the biggest lesson you learned?
Biggest lesson I've learned in my life is that everybody does need love, but love looks different to everybody. And for me, what I've seen love to be is like people caring to check in on you. Like, how are you doing? How's your day? Did you eat today? How's your test going? Oh, I know this has been important to you. How's that going? To me, that's love. And that's my biggest lesson, because there's a lot of people that walk around not feeling loved, or have issues with love, or become depressed, or have like addictions. And I could have also had that. But in my journey, I've noticed, like, you know what? The biggest lesson is, like, people could love you and not be related to you. That is the biggest lesson I learned in my life. Because growing up in foster care, I did not have my family. I did not have my mother, my father. I did not have the love that we think of, right? The mother's love, the magic love. And so I could be walking my whole life with a void. One, I'm not gonna do that to myself. And two, what I've learned, the biggest lesson is that you can feel that void of love in other ways. It doesn't have to be from a mother or a brother or family. And I think that's the biggest lesson I've learned, and I wanna share with people, is that none of us are alone. You just have to reach out to connect with people in your community, right? And you could find love if you're looking in the right way.
And what's the biggest accomplishment you made?
I think my biggest accomplishment my whole life will always be graduating high school. Because I went to 5 high schools. 2 of them were continuation high schools, and I was in foster care. So while I was in foster care, every year I went to a different high school, and I still graduated. I graduated with honors. So to me, that's like the greatest accomplishment, because I was going through so much with so little, and I still pushed through that to reach my goals. So after that, nothing has ever been as hard as that.
That's awesome.
For the audience, who's watching this?
I don't know.
What are you doing to like really look into yourself, and into nurturing yourself, and into exploring and being light with yourself? What are you doing there, right, to continue on your journey? Like, how are you loving yourself?
Yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Yay! Thank you so much, Bex.
Bye.
Hello, my name is Luciano. I'm 63.
Bésame, bésame mucho.
I made a lot of mistakes. For example, I started to drink when I was 14 years old. I was a kid, and I'm an alcoholic. But I'm not drinking anymore because I attended my illness, my problem with alcohol. I'm not drinking anymore, and I feel very, very, very happy. But I think that's the biggest mistake I made, because I didn't do many things that I like to do.
Como si fuera esta noche la última vez.
I appreciate every day. I appreciate that I'm alive, and I appreciate my my job, my family, and alive. I'm healthy. I'm eat. I'm take. I'm taking care of myself. Uh, and the most important thing is alive, and I can do a lot of things that I didn't do before, and I appreciate that.
Bésame, bésame mucho.
The biggest lesson I learned. I learned I had to make my daughter and son happy. Yeah, that is very, very important to stay with them all the time I can, and see them happy, make them happy, and that's the biggest important thing for me.
Bésame, bésame mucho.
My philosophy is to help the other people. For example, if I am alcoholic and I don't drink anymore, I can help the others alcoholics to get better and stay sober. You know, my philosophy is help another persons.
Perderte después.
Love to me is forgive. If somebody did anything bad to me, I can forgive him or forgive them. That's love. Without love, we can do nothing. Love is everything. When somebody is suffering, we can help. That's love for me. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, whenever you're ready.